Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's show. Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, I meant to record earlier today, but I've been trying to figure out how to set this mic up, and it took me a little bit because I didn't know how to get it set up, but we figured it out. So it's all good. And same with the camera. I'm no longer recording on my tablet. Now I'm recording on my webcam. So hopefully this will all make the show better. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy today's show. Um, so let's get right into it then. Yeah, we got some big stories today. We'll see how many we can get through tonight. Yeah. So the other day, I covered a story of how there was this huge ice raid at this farm in California. It was a weed farm mainly, although it looks like they might grow some other stuff there too. Um, but unfortunately, it looks like somebody died in that raid. Here, I have an article from CNN for you guys. So, the article here from CNN, we got the headline, um, and it says California farm worker dies after falling from greenhouse roof during chaotic ice raid. Um, it was just updated on the 13th. And here's a picture of this gentleman who unfortunately passed away. The caption for the picture reads, Jaime Alanis is seen in this undated photo provided by his family, and it says AP, a farm worker who fell from a greenhouse during a chaotic ice raid this week at a California cannabis facility died Saturday of his injuries. Jaime Alanis, 57, is the first known person to die during one of the Trump administration's ongoing immigration enforcement operations. Yesenia Duran, Alanis's niece, confirmed his death to the Associated Press. Duran posted on the fundraising site GoFundMe that her uncle was his family's only provider and he had been sending his earnings back to a wife and daughter in Mexico. Alanis worked at the farm for 10 years, his family said. The United Farm Workers reported Alanis' death prematurely late Friday. The Ventura County Medical Center later issued a statement authorized by the family saying he was still on life support. These sorry, these violent and cruel federal actions terrorize American communities, disrupt the American food supply chain, threaten lives, and separate families, the UFW said recently in a statement on the social platform X. The union does not represent workers at the raided farm. The Department of Homeland Security said it executed criminal search warrants Thursday at Glasshouse Farms facilities in Camarillo and Carpinteria. Glasshouse is a licensed cannabis grower. The farm in Camarillo also grows tomatoes and cucumbers. See? So it's not just weed. They were actually growing food there too. But either way, like this just doesn't it. This is not justified. The treatment towards these people, who are just working hard and trying to make a living. And even if it was just weed, like It's legal in California. It's legal in a large part of the country. Most people around the country want it to be illegal anyway, you know. So it just it's just absurd, and it just feels like such a desperate move to to just find something, because Trump knows how unpopular his ICE raids have been, especially on farms. And so he's, trying to just grasp at straws to find something that, he feels is still popular that he can use ICE for. Um, Especially, to distract from everything going on with Jeffrey Epstein right now, with the Epstein files, I mean. Uh, anyway, let's continue with the article. Alanis called family to say he was hiding and possibly was fleeing agents before he fell about 30 feet from the roof and broke his neck. Damn, bro. According to information from family, hospital, and government sources, agents arrested some 200 people suspected of being in the country illegally and identified at least 10 immigrant children on the sites, DHS said in a statement. Alanis was not among them, the agency said. This man was not and has not been in CBP or ICE custody, DHS Assistant for Public Affairs Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement. Although he was not being pursued by law enforcement, this individual climbed up to the roof of a greenhouse and fell 30 feet. CBP immediately called a medivac to the scene to get him care as quickly as possible. Look, this is the effect. This is the consequence of these horrific ICE raids that are terrorizing communities and tearing them apart. Like you're gonna have these people who are just Hispanic or brown who see ICE and are terrified because they've heard stories of ICE racially profiling people, and even if you know they themselves are not being chased by ICE or might even be in the country legally, they might still be afraid, right, of being profiled. And also about the immigrant children on the sites. So yes, I do believe that there were kids working there. However, believe it or not, it's actually legal for younger kids to work in agriculture. I think like kids up as young as 12 can work in agriculture in the United States, which is not really something I'm a fan of, you know. And I don't think we should be relying on child labor, especially in agriculture, which is pretty harsh work. However, it is legal, right? Like these. I mean, I guess maybe if they were working with weed, maybe it could be a little dubious there, but maybe they weren't even working with weed because there's also other stuff that they were growing at this farm, right? So it's also possible that they were working at the fields that grow vegetables, right? Now I don't know. This is just speculation. And look, am I happy that there's kids working at these farms? No, but I'm also willing to bet if you ask these kids, would they rather be working out on a farm or would they rather go to alligator Auschwitz? I'm pretty sure 10 out of 10 of these kids are probably going to tell you, yeah, I'd rather keep working at the field where I'm getting paid for my work at least, thank you very much, and I'm not being fed fucking worms, you know? And I have my rights, at least some of them, right? So at least some freedom. I'm not being, put into a fucking overcrowded concentration camp. So, it's just like any potential good that could be done by this administration is just completely undone and overshadowed by all of the disgusting bullshit they're doing. Like, even if they've gotten some criminals out of the country, right? Like, that in no way at all justifies or excuses the horrible, horrible treatment that other people are that other people who are innocent are being subjected to by this horrendous administration. Um, and here, I just want to look up this quote real quick. Uh, Here, I got this Benjamin Franklin quote for y'all. And it says, "It is better to let 100 criminals go free than to imprison one innocent man." Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, and all of this shit that they're doing, all of these innocent people that they're incarcerating and, you know, now are even, terrifying to the point that they die running away from ICE. Like, it's just, it's horrifying, right? It's completely unjust, and it's, if anything, it's a crime, right? Like, we have these people who are supposed to be law enforcement, who are supposed to be enforcing the laws, and who love to, you know, lecture these immigrants about how, oh, you need to follow the laws, even though they themselves seem to be completely fucking incapable of following the laws too, right? I got a story coming up too about one of these ICE agents here in a little bit, um, and just how they obviously just do not respect or care about the law at all, even though they, you know, feel so entitled to brutalize people who they deem are not following the law, right? And it's just such a blatant hypocrisy. Um, so here, the article from CNN continues. 4 U.S. citizens were arrested during the incident for allegedly assaulting or resisting officers, according to DHS, and authorities were offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of a person suspected of firing a gun at federal agents. During the raid, crowds of people gathered outside the facility in Camarillo to seek information about their relatives and protest immigration enforcement. Authorities clad in military-style helmets and uniforms faced off with the demonstrators, and people ultimately retreated amid acrid green and white billowing smoke. Glass House said in a statement that immigration agents had valid warrants. The company said workers were detained, and it is helping provide them with legal representation. Glass House has never knowingly violated applicable hiring practices and does not and has never employed minors, it said. I mean, are they basing that off of, like, are they saying, like, minors in terms of people who are under the age to work in agriculture, or, like, under the age of 18, right? Because, to be fair, I did see kids in those videos of the raid. Now, I don't know if they were working there, right? Like, I don't know if they were there to protest or if they were there working there, but um, but yeah, I mean, it's just horrifying that they're doing this to people, and that this man died because of this bullshit and this cruelty, you know? And it's a shame. It's a real shame. My condolences to the family, of course. Just this is what happens. This is what happens when you terrorize communities, when you brutalize people. Uh, like this shit's just what happens. It's to be, you know, I don't want to say it's to be expected because this shouldn't be to be expected, right? Like this shouldn't be normal and we shouldn't normalize it, but like, you know, this is just a logical consequence of what these assholes are doing. And now we have one person who's dead. Well, actually, this is the first person who's died during a raid, but we've had several who've died under ICE custody, right? Because of the deplorable conditions, they've gotten sick. And yeah, no, it's horrifying. And it has to stop. And thankfully, at least people seem to be waking up, and it seems like more and more people are starting to speak out. And
Hey everyone, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can make this channel grow. This has been Revolution Television, where the revolution is televised. Peace.